Alright, so we're going to do our next character word letter. It's the letter E. So the first thing that we're going to start with is a vertical line segment. Okay, so a vertical line segment goes straight up and down. Then you're going to have two horizontal line segments, one from the top and one across the bottom. Okay, we call it horizontal. It goes across the horizon, like the sun sets across the horizon. Okay, then a short vertical one coming down from here. Another short vertical one coming up from the bottom, trying to keep it symmetrical. Remember, symmetrical means that if you fold it, if you drew a line of symmetry, like right through here, and you folded it, it should match up perfectly. Now, we're not perfect drawers, but just imagine if it were perfect, it should match up perfectly. Okay, then in here, we're going to go back in horizontally, but not all the way. I'll leave a gap about as wide as this. Then we do the same thing on the top to keep it symmetrical. Okay, so if you look, you still have symmetry, or at least close to it. Now, from here, we're going to go down vertically, and then from the bottom, we're going to go up vertically, and we're going to leave a space in the middle. So you just go up and down a little bit until you have a space right about in the middle. And you want that space to be about as wide as these spaces. And then from that opening, then you do short line segment coming out, short line segment coming out this way horizontally, not as far as the other ones. And then go ahead and connect your two endpoints, and you have your block E. So now we'll transform it into 3D. We'll use those short parallel line segments. Now remember, parallel means going the exact same direction, and even if they went on forever and ever, they would never cross. So we'll have one from this vertex, one from this corner, also known as a vertex. And notice I try to make them the same length as well. Okay, one from this vertex. We'll have one from this vertex. Another one from this vertex. Now notice my segments aren't perfect, but just do the best you can. You could use a straight edge, but that would take a lot of time. Okay, one from this vertex. One from this vertex. This vertex here. And another one from this vertex. Okay, so we have all of our parallel line segments drawn. Now we just make our connections. You can already see how it's going to turn 3D. Connect these two endpoints. You have a new face. Connect this endpoint to this vertex, and you have another face. Now from here, from this vertex, you want to go straight up until it touches this edge. That creates another face on the inside. Connect these two endpoints for another face. That's what you call a flat surface in math. This kind of math is called geometry. Go from this endpoint to this vertex for another face. From this vertex, you go up here, straight up. You always want to go parallel to its opposite edge. Here's its opposite edge. So that's your new face. Connect these two endpoints and you have another face. And go from endpoint to vertex up here, and you have your three-dimensional E. Okay? Now I'm going to write down the word, the character word that you're going to learn about that starts with the letter E. It's a very important word, not just in school, but in life as well. So here we go. Let's pretend this was your pink line. You would start right next to it. Okay, the word is pronounced efficient. So now I'm going to use a dictionary to look up the word efficient. Now E, still close to the front of the alphabet, so when I'm looking up in my dictionary, I'm going to go towards the front. I turn to F, so I just need to go back a little bit. Now I'm on EX, I need EF. I'm on EM, EI, EA, so I went a little bit too far, but it should be close by. I see E, there it is, EF, efficient. It says working well with no waste of money or effort. Capable, okay? So I'm going to kind of modify it. I'm going to say working well with no waste of time. I think that would be a really good third grade definition. So let me go ahead and write that. So when I start writing my definition, I want to start right after my term. So working well with no waste of time. So working well with no waste of time. Okay, that's efficient, and we can be efficient in all areas of life. If you're given an assignment in school, you want to work well and not waste your time. Then you can get the most out of your education. If you're practicing a sport, okay, if you're efficient, you're going to get a lot more out of your practice than if you just kind of wander around and take your time doing things. You know, not wasting time is a very important aspect of being successful. So you want to try to be as efficient as you can in all areas that apply to that. So use efficient in your language, use it in your writing, and then you'll never forget how to use this word. But most importantly, try to be an efficient person in whatever you do.